right. Thank the Lord for so much. Hope everybody has had a beautiful and blessed day. I'm going to dive right into this video because I want to give honor where honor is due. I'm giving a great shout out to my boy K Ray in this video, known as MEGAKENNETH31 on here, who I have seen come through so much stuff. And we have been best friends I don't know how long now. And let me say this off top, people. If you came from the hood, then you know what I'm talking about. To see somebody you grew up with doing good right now, from where I came from, it's a blessing. Because pretty much everybody else is dead and gone, ain't the K Ray? When we came up from the hood, God Almighty. And I want to say, look at where you at now, because I'm thinking about Momo in this video, which was your grandma. We called her Momo. And Momo always said, them streets ain't going to get my baby. Them streets is not going to get my baby. K-Ray, whether you know it or not, Momo spoke it a long time ago. Though neither one of us could see it. Oh, Lord, how I miss them old souls, man. Something about them old souls when Grandma and them prayed, it was just something about it. And bad as these streets was, bad as the school was, bad as wherever we went was, man. All the guns, the violence, not even one day of silence looked like. All this robbing and stealing and shooting and killing and prostitutes and drug deals and drive-bys. We was right there in the middle of it, wasn't we, K-Ray? But to see where you are at now, you still living, you got a family, and you working and providing for your family. I can't say the most for everybody else. God Almighty. Woo. Look at where you are at now, K-Ray. And this is why I love how God has kept us together all this time. Though there was a time when I didn't know where you was at, what you was doing, even if you was alive or not. That's when you was going through the worst, when you was dealing with them streets, dealing with that thug life and whatever. I didn't know where my long lost buddy was at. But after a while, God brought us together. Look at where you at now, K-Ray. I'm going to make you shout in this video because you should have been dead a long time ago. All of us should have been dead a long time ago. All of us should have been up in the street life. And I looked at your video you just did about Papa JT. I love that video. Giving that shout out to Papa JT. Papa told us, he said, I can't let these streets get done on my boys. And Papa, we wasn't nothing but a step away from. Oh man, look at all our friends, K-Ray. Dead. Gone. That's why when I look at you, it's a blessing. And one of the biggest blessings to me is when I cut on this computer and see your face doing a video. You was one of the lost souls who is now speaking the word of God and encouraging others. See, most people don't look at stuff like this. My biggest blessing also when I come on here, man, is to see your face, bro. See, I ain't talking about somebody I knew. I'm saying somebody I grew up with, people, over each other's house every day. And the only thing we had, K-Ray, was that music, wasn't it? That's all we had was that music. If we wasn't doing music, we probably would have been selling dope on the block. We probably would have been shooting it for, oh man, let me leave that alone. See, there's a lot of things a lot of people don't understand, man, about you. But to look at where you at now, Momo, sit on that porch. Momo saw something in me I didn't even know. And Momo always said out of all your friends, she told me that this gonna be your closest friend. And I remember Momo when I was talking to her as she was dying on that deathbed and how you couldn't even come in that room, K-Ray, because you said, I can't look at Momo like that. But K-Ray, I got so used to looking at death, man. I would always go over people's house and I could sit with people in their last days, man. Because I always said if I was on my deathbed, I want to go out saying a good word to somebody. And Momo knew she was finna go. But Momo told me to come to that bed, and she said, grab my hand, baby. And she prayed in her mind. She closed her eyes. And next thing I know, you told me, man, Momo died. Paw Paw died. See, when you lose everybody like K-Ray did, it's easy to turn toward the streets when all you grew up in was the streets. See, K-Ray didn't have his mama by his side. His daddy wasn't even hardly by his side. K-Ray pretty much was holding on to Momo and Paw Paw. Oh, they was my Momo and Paw Paw too. We don't have big mamas. We don't have momos like that no more, man. And when they prayed, it was something about their prayers. Momo spoke it in your life, and Momo wasn't no prophet. Momo was a spiritual woman. Momo didn't hardly go to church no more, but all Momo was right there, so close with the Lord. And Momo said, "I'm done." I was mad at Momo because I was little and I didn't understand what she was saying. And I said, "You giving up, Momo?" And Momo said, "I ain't giving up." She said, "It's time to go home." And now I know what she meant. It was time for Momo to go home. But I know she's looking at you right now, K-Ray. And she's saying, I'm so proud of my baby. Look at where you at now. Look at where you at now, brother. Let's rewind and look back at the recreation days, man. How many dead and gone? How many shot and killed? How many still lost, man? But look at where you at now. That's why when I see you talking about God in your video, man, you don't understand what that do to me, man. Till I can say my boy that I grew up with. If I wasn't at his house, he was at my house. My mama used to say, "Boy, you're going to wear your welcome out." I say, "Mama, I ain't got no more friends." I said, "It's either I go to K-Ray house or we going to go to that wreck, or what else can we do?" You see what everybody else is doing. See, when you grow up in these hoods, if it don't take you out, you should learn a valuable lesson from it. See, we grew up around all this stuff. We seen the dope deals being made. We seen the dope dealers. We seen people selling dope to their own mama. We saw the crack bags, the needles, the sex. That messes you up as a child. And when you don't have no father figure in the home, the streets become your father. The streets become your teacher. And I fast forward, K-Ray, and look at this generation nowadays. It ain't no hope for it, man. And let me say that right. It ain't no help for it in a lot of ways, man. There's no fathers around. The streets is getting them. Women, young women, and young men. Prostitution is getting them. The porn industry is getting them. The church ain't getting them. The streets is wearing them out. And the streets is teaching them all the wrong way. See, we grew up in that stuff. But I look back and I smile. And the reason I smile, because I am still in the same neighborhood. I've never left. And that's why I try to reach out to others and let them know it's a better way. That's why when you did that first video, K-Ray, my heart it rejoiced. Something wrong with all of us, ain't it? Oh, yeah. See, we don't like to admit the fact. You know, the biggest thing to admit is that you got a problem and something's wrong with you. Most people can't admit that something is wrong with them. I gotta sell this dope. I got a sleeping around problem. I got a drinking problem. I got a smoking problem. We don't like to admit what's wrong with us half of the time. That's why we try to point fingers at others. Oh, but I don't do that. All these fingers, they going to come back at me. I'm giving you a shout out and encouragement, man. K-Ray, I love you from the bottom of my heart, brother to brother, friend to friend, child of God to child of God, man. It could have went another way, bro. See, we can't say the same for little Ricky. We can't say the same for little Edmond. We can't say the same for little Ken. Chris, Boys, Hammy, Junior Flip, so many others, man. I got the whole list in this room, man, of how many people that was on that same block. The same block where we kicked it at every day. I remember that one night when I left your house and they started shooting. Either me and Manny, we left either your house or Carlos' house, man. They just started shooting like a fool. And we had to dive over in these bushes. to miss all them bullets that was flying. Man, all I could think of was getting hit in the back or shot in the head, man. Boy, let off an automatic, man. Even the other time we was at your house, boy came down the street shooting. We all tried to run in your house, didn't we? And Mom started acting the fool that day. Mom prayed over you, son. That's what she used to say, son. Mom prayed. And Mom prayed you into being good, K-Ray. Because Mom knew all along God had his hand on you. Even though you couldn't see it. Even though Mama is gone, but Mama did her job. Papa and them did their job. It was, thank God that somebody loved you and took you in, man. You always tell me I encourage you, but K-Ray, I look up to you. And you are a great example on you can still come out successful. Yeah, we all got our stories, but I know you be talking about me, but when I look at you, see, I look at yours deeper than mine. Because you didn't have mama nor daddy. Mom and daddy tried to give you up. But here's the thing, K-Ray. God didn't never give you up. He was just waiting on you to just get through your little foolish ways and say, okay, now he can concentrate on me. But see, that's why I always tell people, don't gamble with your soul. Don't play around with your life. So many people didn't get a chance to get it right. That could have been you dead, K-Ray, in the streets. That could have been you drunk and ran over somebody. It could have been a drunk man ran over you. That could have been you in that club fighting and somebody didn't want to fight and they started shooting. But look at you, brother. Look at you now. Man, you about to make me shed a tear in this video, bro. Man, I'm so proud of you. I don't know what to say no more after this, man, because to see somebody I grew up with, best friends, from yay high up to grown men, and you ain't dead. Oh, how I miss them ones that's gone, man. You know one thing about time, bro? You can't get it back. People laugh at Flavor Flav when he wore that big clock around his neck. But one day they asked Flavor Flav, why do you wear that clock? And Flavor Flav say, this clock is a reminder of me. He said, and then when I look at it, I always think, because it's about time. He said, this is something I can't get back. I can never get it back. And we can't get back time. But what we can do is deal with the future and learn from the past. Don't let your past keep you in the past. You got a family who loves you. You got some beautiful daughters, brother. You got a wife, a beautiful wife. God bless you, K-Ray. See, you are where I'm trying to get. So I know a lot of people talk about marriage and all, man. And man, marriage is what you make out of it. I see people that's happy together. Though I see some that just can't stand each other. But when I see you, man, you have something to give your kids that wasn't given to you. A father, a mother, a family. And you teaching them the right way, bro. That's why when I look at you, I learn from you also. See, a lot of people going to remind K-Ray of what he used to do. And you can laugh and say, you know what, that was me. But look at where I'm at now. God bless you. God keep you.